Welcome to Cookie Jar FX. I am your host, Eric Foreman, and we are officially on week 7 of our journey from $1,000 to $1,000,000. And we have a great week ahead of us with some reasonable and decent opportunities. Um, I am a lot further behind than I am ahead, right? So we're on week 7. We're actually backlogged from our position size and our trade volume, right? So remember, I got that 64% drop. Still, I can still taste the losses and the money dwindling out of my account over the month of August. But in September, we're gradually and slowly chipping away. We'll see exactly where we're at by the end of this month. Some pretty nice trades that are currently being looked at now that we are still playing with from last week a little bit and kind of building on that. Right, so our market watch list for this week, and today's the 13th, just so I can change this for you guys, just so we know what's up. I am looking at Euro dollar short, dollar CAD long, pound Aussie long, pound CAD long, pound New Zealand long. So a lot of the pound pairs, I'm at where pound is the major currency or the dominant currency, is looking like there's going to be some strength, at least for the early part of the week, possibly because it was some big drops. I'll get into that in a second. Euro dollar, I'll definitely analyze that. As from Friday's close, we got a nice little gift play, which I was anticipating after Thursday's close. And then dollar CAD, it's some long opportunities based off of the daily setup. But right now, we'll start with Euro dollar because that's the actual trade I am currently in from last week. And for the most part, could have gone out of this trade or gotten out of the trade without the reasonable amount of profits that I had or the losses that I am tied into now, which for me would have never made sense. So because we got the gift play, we have the official cross of the 8 MA through the daily 20 MA. So this is like a textbook play where the move should at least for this week come down to at least that daily 50. So I'm not gonna run out of this move based off of a little negative of $25 because overall the move is setting up, and it has set up as I anticipated after Friday's close, to potentially bring us down to that daily 50. So what is the gift play, right? So maybe one of the questions that you have is one of the strategies that I have in my playbook, but it's a 3-bar pullback right into the MA. So here we got the pullback into the 20. We got another break of the 20 with that huge wick, that huge topping tail, but then close back below the 20. And then we got another push up through the 20 and then push right back down below the 20. The 20 is now officially flattened, which can flatten the pressure downward. And again, just those wicks alone also with the cross of the 8, the flat 20, the 50 kind of gradually approaching very steeply. So yeah, all of it is lined up for a nice sell opportunity. So that's what I will be looking at going into this week. And if you guys remember what I said, I think in regards to last week, if we get this close below the 8 on the weekly, we should be anticipating a nice cone trade, which should be a nice move for the next coming weeks, if possible. But at bare minimum, for this week, I'm going to at least shoot to take the target down to the 50 for about 100, let's just say 110 pips, and before I actually close this move out. So that's 0.6 on that. So we should be pushed pretty gradually ahead of our goals. And again, I'm dragging this one out because I already saw the play in a setup. I had got in on Thursday, and then Friday it kind of played, dibble-dabbled, consolidated with price, but I'm still anticipating the thing. So we're at 383, I believe, currently. Yeah, 383 on the balance, negative 25 on that. So still roughly about the fourth day of trading, but this particular trade is pretty much a number of days combined in one, right? So by the end of Friday, we should have been at, I believe, 410. 410, yeah, about 410, 426 maybe. But by the end of this trade, we'll more than likely be past trading day number 9, maybe number 10. So we'll be pushing more closer towards that 500 mark after the end of this trade, which would be great. It'll still put us back on target. But again, I don't want to cut the trade even with the risk because the trade is still solid and is actually setting up for a better trade. I do wish I had gotten in a little later, but I got in the best I could from Thursday's activity with the breakdown of it. But then, yeah, I got in a little too early on Thursday, and it backfired on me, and it ended up pushing up before it came. No, I think I got in late Thursday, but it ended up pushing back up into Friday, and then just kind of dragging out for the day. But overall, looking forward to this trade. I cannot wait for the markets to open up, see how it's going to react. Sunday open into Monday and Tuesday. See how immediately it's going to bring it down to the 50, or is it going to drag it out for the rest of this month too? I mean, for the rest of this week. Because if you guys pay attention with euro dollar, it's been in this whole consolidation stage forever. So just in this whole range, just for no reason, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So at some point there has to be some fluidity into the official direction, and that direction at this moment should be pointing downward, which we should be seeing for sure after this cross. So see how that trade goes and play that out accordingly. Now dollar CAD, I like because of we got the nice close on a weekly. It's below the 200. Don't like that, but I do like it for a nice short target up to the 50. So we got that huge break above the 8 and the 20. It pulled back as anticipated. It needs to. But now we got this bottom tail that closed out from Thursday, using an 8 MA as support. And we got another bottoming tail, smaller bottoming tail, just kind of pulling into that 20. But we should at bare minimum be able to see a nice little target up to the daily 50. So similar to euro dollar, we have a daily 50 target. Same with dollar CAD, a daily 50 target. I actually do like dollar CAD target better. But had I not been in euro dollar already, I don't have much free margin to dabble in that. But had I had some extra capital available to trade for this, I would have definitely gotten into dollar CAD. If euro dollar gets us out of the trade early enough, then I'll look to snatch up a few pips on dollar CAD. But dollar CAD, hands down, is probably my most favorite of them all right now. At least for a target to the 50, and that would account for roughly about 140 pips, 130, 140 pips, depending upon how this opens today. But yeah, I like it. I like it's a textbook easy play, break up. It needs to connect, use that 50 as a rejection to push price back downward as a trend and kind of build out from there. So we'll see what happens, but I do like that the most. Going into some of the pound pairs now. They're all trading the same, but the main reason why I like it is because it was a heavy decline on a lot of these pound pairs. So we look at pound Aussie, huge 6-bar decline. I need to put my RSIs up, but huge decline. Bottom and tail of finish, well extended from the 20 and the 8 on the daily. And obviously the pip volume and gains can be anywhere. So after this big drop let me open my page, obviously. After this huge drop, it may not drop big again. It needs a moment to breathe. So we'll get a nice reasonable pull up or pull back. So yeah, I definitely like pound Aussie for a nice short-term long. This is a moment in time where I will pull out the fib levels as well, just to kind of play with that, see where the potential targets can be. You can take it up to the 23.6, the 38.2, the 382, but again, all based on and subjective to targets. But I like the potential here. The 50 is not bad. 382 is not bad. And then this would be the 23.6. So anywhere in those ranges, you can sell off. But for me, this is a nice setup here. I love it. I like it. Big opportunity there. Now, pound CAD, I believe, is the same way, which I think I had on there. It's just that it's not showing a bottoming tail, but again, it's that extended drop from the MAs. It can't remember, the MAs are like a rubber band effect. It can get but so the candlesticks are allowed to get but so far from the MAs before it has to retract and retrace back. So that's one of those situations here where we get that huge decline and we have to pull back some degree. So again, because our targets are so short on a 20 pip daily basis, those are the type of targets I'm looking at. I'm not looking at, oh, this is an opportunity for a full directional aspect where, oh, it's going bullish. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that it's an opportunity to go long on this and snatch up the 20 pips that are necessary, 20 plus pips that are available for grasp. Pound New Zealand was on the list as well. And again, similar to Pound Aussie, they look identical. These are pretty much the same pairs. So either or would be just fine. But again, just great opportunities here. And this one specifically is coming off of the weekly 200, which might be even better, provide a little bit more security on like how to play this out. And the 200 is facing upward. So yeah, have faith in the trade, have faith in opportunities. Those are the particular moves that I am looking at. But right now I am tied into euro dollar. And we know how much I love euro dollar, right? So I haven't learned my lesson. But yeah, we'll see how this euro dollar trade plays out. It helped us out quite a bit last week. And obviously still shifting and shuffling through this account balance. Had taken some hits on Pound Aussie, I think, last week. That kind of screwed me up. Or some other trade. I don't know which one it was. But yeah, euro dollar, I'm looking to short that. It's not exactly my most favorite compared to the other ones for like a quick gain. But I am already in the trade and it's set up in a way where it may still stay congruent with my bias and my analysis. So that's it on this week. I'll definitely check in with you guys on Wednesday. And again, I realize I ain't do a end of the week analysis. For me, it's not making sense. And it's like constantly making these changes, the adjustments, seeing what works, see what makes sense, see how it works. But to do a Sunday review and then do a midweek review on Wednesdays, a Friday doesn't make sense because the Friday review is going to pretty much be the same as a Sunday review almost. Other than me actually talking about the full week. And that's it. So it might be like a 5-minute video. So it's pointless on doing that and really scheduling out time for that on my personal schedule. So yeah, we'll do end of the week Sunday or start of the week, full analysis on what trades I'm looking at, and then do a midweek where I look at and review most of the trades that I had picked on the market watch list and the actual trades I've taken and the account. And then that's it. Then we'll check back on Sunday and just kind of keep it focused on that. I like to work easier and smarter, not harder. So yeah, I'm just working with what makes sense. But thank you again for joining. Hit that like button. Click that subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with a friend, a family, a fellow trader. And comment any questions, any thoughts, any concerns, any suggestions. Feel free to leave that in the box. But thank you again for joining me on week 7. And let's see how we fold out and this week. But I'm looking forward to a great, successful week. And I look forward to updating you guys on Wednesday about that. But thank you and have a good one, y'all.